Good evening, everyone. It's me again, Al Brown Spencer. Today is Monday, the 4th of May, 2026, and it is almost 10 o'clock in the evening. Like past 9 o'clock in the evening. And I am here still in Donostia San Sebastian, and I am trying to leave as soon as I can. And hopefully this week I will get the MOT done for my van. And today I came back and I got the stuff out, preparing it for tomorrow to finish the van tomorrow, hopefully. Although I think the radiator will take a whole day on its own. But I will try to book my van for MOT this week or early next week, at least, at the latest. And get the van MOT'd so I can get on and leave the country. And for anyone who's watching this video, who is doubting or asking questions or whatever, I am this kind of a man that when I say something, I do it. No matter what, I try my best. Once I'm convinced with something and I do it, that's it. Specifically that I know that my abusers, specifically from the country where I was born, they try to make it look like that they are doing something good, but at the same time in a bad approach. So they do something wrong to me, and actually, and then they're like, oh, actually, it's good for him. We were trying to do this, good for him. And I know this is their analogy and this is their method from a long time ago, trying to justify harming people and doing bad things, that in the end, it's going to turn out good for the people and so on. Of course, this is all bullshit. When you harm someone or you put someone in a misery or bad time or whatever, that's it. You don't need, if you're going to do something good for someone, you do it without, causing them any trouble and so on. Anyway, I am leaving Donostia San Sebastian, that's 100%. And I am not going to stay no matter what. This is, like 100%. Maybe, when I have money, I'll buy a property or two or whatever to come here to visit, and then, and in the summer and so on. But for me to live here, it's not going to happen. Today I tried to go to Bordeaux in France to get the insects removed from my ears, because this is 100% confirmed, regardless the fact that my abusers are using the Mental Health Act and they are depriving me from proving this. But this is 100% confirmed, especially for those who want to see it with their own eyes and to know the truth. There are insects in both of my ears, and these insects are the mother insects that produce the larvae constantly. If I remove this, it depends on the time, because as well, it depends on the food I eat, because my abusers actually can put them or control them with these chemicals that they put in my body and so on through the food and drinks I eat, and make them dormant or quiet and so on. But it's still, if I drop alcohol inside my ear and so on, they start to produce the larvae straight away and start to be aggressive and so on, and they wonder. It's complicated. But people who are genuine, I want you to trust in me and I want you to believe me, and I want you to help me to prove it as well. And there are so many ways to prove it. Like when I went to the hospital in Santander, when they put me down and tranquilized me and kept me in a psychiatrist for 3 days, I took with me the samples from these larvae, and I took video that I took for these larvae and so on. They refused to accept this. And of course, this is for them trying to cripple me and trying to do just what they want to do. And of course, in the end, trying either to put me here and there and do stuff and all of this. Anyway, this is the last appeal for the people here in San Sebastian. Genuine, honest people. If you can help me and if you want to help me to get these insects removed from my ear, please go ahead. I am in the van every day, but not tonight. Tonight I'm sleeping outside, because the insects are out of control and there is no pesticides that literally work with them. And as you can see, my eyes are completely exhausted. Last night, literally, they were like just getting in, and in the morning, my eyes were like two pieces of stone, just two move my eyes inside the lid, it was an agony because they are literally latching to the eye from inside under the eyelid and so on. So it's like glue basically. So it is getting really ridiculous and getting really bad and so on. So anyone who is genuine and honest here in San Sebastian, and you really want to help me, you can find me outside the Bridge Center about 10:30 or whatever. And please don't come and ask me what I need in terms of help. I mean, if you come to me because you want to take me to a medical center or you can help me with removing the insects, don't ask me what help do I need. Just come to me, approach me and say, look, I can help you with removing the insects from your ears, come with me. As simple as that. So if you come and ask me what help I need, you're not genuine. You're just trying either to escape and hoping that I would say something else at the time or whatever. If you really want to help me to remove the insects or anything else, don't ask me what help I need. Just come to me and straight away tell me that you can help me and tell me that you can help me with this and that. As simple as that. As I said, I tried to go to Bordeaux today. And as far as I went was Bayonne because literally I searched online and it was literally I can tell that was either someone hacked my mobile to give me this results and so on, because online it says that the ticket can be 8 to 13 euros from Bayonne to Bordeaux, and the address for where the buses are is just a small lay-by on the road, number 22 something I cannot remember, in Bayonne, just after the station and so on. And I went there and people were waiting, and someone told me that they just bought the ticket to Bordeaux yesterday for 36 euros. And the train is 40 euros and it's complicated. So I might have to see what's the prices of the tickets from here, from Donostia San Sebastian, and compare it. That's if there are buses going from here, and compare it to the prices I found in France and so on, because I have to go to Bordeaux if no one helps me here with removing the insects. The situation is still the same. I am 100% dedicated to get 100% justice, complete justice for everything that was done to me. And the compensations I am demanding, it's not negotiable. And the money that was invested for me and my father, this is not negotiable. And exposing my abusers, this is not negotiable. And I know my abusers, politicians from the country where I was born and other countries, are laughing, believing that they can get away with it, or this guy cannot do anything, and in the end they would do whatever they want and so on. Whatever it is, I have to do what I have to do, and I have to do my best. And in the end, you have everything to lose. And I hope that you will be punished properly, and that you will be punished legally, and you will be in jail for a long time, if not lifetime imprisonment. And hopefully I will get my compensations and start living and so on. Something else as well for you to know, the country where I was born is my number one enemy, and that will stay till the last second of my life, regardless of what kind of fairy tales they will come up with, and in the end it's something else rather than what I believe, blah blah blah. I know what I know, and that is not going to change whatsoever, and so on. And of course, and I will never go to the country where I was born again, and I will never go and live in England again. Maybe later, I don't know, when I calm down and after I get justice for everything that was done to me, maybe I would go to visit my daughters and so on. Apart from this, it's not going to happen. What was done to me in the UK is a big, great wall that will never be destroyed. And I will never, ever would want to go back to the UK to live again and so on. And in terms of France, moving to France, the reasons why I would be moving to France is I speak the language. I love the French language. This is 100%. And Mimizan is a very nice region or a very nice town, and the forest around it, flat land, big forest, and it has a straight coast. So it's ideal for my ultimate project or the complex that I want to build as a farming complex and entertainment and recreation. It's complicated and there are lots of projects in one project and so on. So Memizan takes all the the boxes in terms of what it has to offer and so on. Also, the prices. 1 hectare in Mims. I just searched this yesterday, and hopefully, that wasn't the hackers or the fucking bastards who hack my phone all the time, giving me bad numbers and so on. But the prices are so good and so on and affordable. So when I get my compensations and money and so on, it would be very easy for me to start my project there and so on. Again, anyone who's putting doubts around my mental capacity or my mental health or doubting what I'm saying and so on, all what I'm gonna say is I cannot force you to believe something that you don't want to believe. But at least do not be a stupid bastard and do not just use useless study or whatever in terms of mental health and so on, because I don't believe in mental health whatsoever, and I believe it's useless. And the proof of this, in the 80s and before, they used to give electric shocks to people in their brain, believing that that was going to protect, to get their signals in the head or their brain right again, and they used to kill people. Lots of people died from this, and in the end, it was proven wrong and so on. And also, Sigmund Freud was mentally unstable himself and so on. And above all of this, what I know about how the mental health is being used by politicians and authorities to bury people alive and suppress people and literally put doubt around people who actually get to know realities and truth and so on. And above all of this, most psychiatrists, 99% of psychiatrists, are out of date in terms of information and details about technologies and what the authorities can do in terms of their power and so on. Things that mental health cannot be relied on against, for example, what the authorities can do to people, that if they talk about it, oh, this is crazy, this is impossible, and so on. So there are so many reasons I can talk about this forever. But anyway, anyone who's trying to put doubt around my mental capacity, just grow up, please, and behave yourself. And literally, all what I'm going to say is people like, for example, people in authorities who harm people with a signature, with an order. People who make people homeless, like what they did to me, who harm people physically, physiologically, psychologically. People who harm people in any way, form, or shape, especially people who have authorities. These are the demented bastards. These are the crazy people, because their mind cannot help them to understand that harming people is wrong. Also, I'm saying the truth about things that hopefully I will be capable to prove it and so on. As for the insects, they are in my ears, and one day I'm going to prove it. And it's easy to prove it. If people gather around me and they can see it with their own eyes when it's the right time. Because as I said, my abusers are controlling them with chemicals. So they are controlling the aggression of these insects, so they can make them very aggressive. They start biting and so on, and active all the time, or make them dormant or quiet. And they can literally control the rate of the larva that they produce and so on. And even if you still doubt and so on, technology can prove it. I mean, there are so many ways technology can prove it. What is easier for people? To put doubts around someone's mental capacity or mental health, or to actually use technology to literally see and discover and see with their own eyes these things and so on. This is all what I'm going to say. Until now, they literally deprived me from any help in terms of technology to prove these insects are inside my ears, and all what they have been doing, just putting doubts around my mental capacity and so on. And yeah, For me, I'm trying my best, and hopefully I'll get justice very soon. I mean, like, hopefully immediately, because I'm so tired from the injustice. And not just physically. I mean, as you can see, I swear my eyes are so tired and exhausted from these insects. These insects, their larvae are evil. And these insects are evil. And before anyone tries to question again what are these insects and so on, I said it many times in many of my videos. These insects are biological weapons. They are not natural insects. They are the result of mixing more than one insects together. So these insects, they jump like fleas, but they don't look like fleas, because I've seen it. I've seen them with my own eyes and videoed them and so on. They do not, they don't look like fleas, but they jump like fleas. And they crawl like ants, but they are not ants. They don't look like ants. And their larvae produce like a web line, like spiders and so on, but they do not look like spiders. And I promise you, this is exactly what it is. And I'm not making this up. I'm not deluded. I'm not, trying, lying about it, or trying to make propaganda, or try to make importance, or blah blah blah. All of this shit that people can might come up with, or jump to conclusion, or whatever. I promise you, all of this not reality. Is one thing that I am telling you, is that these insects existing here in my ears, they infested me, and they gone and literally they took my ears, their nest, and they're producing larvae and so on. And as I am describing them to you, this is exactly what it is. And as I said, I can prove it if people gather around me and literally give me a chance to prove it, and so on. And also my van. I mean, my van now, inside the van is out of control. I mean, even if I go to the van, I have to spray even before getting in the van, because once I step in the van straight and stand up, straight away they jump in my eyes and on my head and all of this. So anyone who doubts this, why don't you? I mean, I invite you to step in my van and close the door and stay there for 5 minutes or so and see what you're going to experience and so on. And maybe that will prove to you how these larvae jump in the eye and get in the eye, and how what I experience and so on. And that would be the best solution, just to prove to you what these larvae can do and so on. As for the insects of my ears, as I said, technology can prove them and you can see them. And this is a reality and so on. Any doubts and so on, this is bullshit. Any someone who's going to put doubts around what I'm saying or these insects, this is bullshit. It's not because I'm saying it, but because people would rather put doubts around someone's mental health rather than actually knowing the truth. And I know for sure that my abusers would do this, and 100% this is what they are doing. Why they are keeping these insects in my ears without killing them? Because now they believe they passed the stage of being proven that these insects live in my ears. So now they put doubts around my mental capacity everywhere, and no one believes now that there are insects in my ears. So they can get away with it. So now they believe they can keep these insects live in my ears, and they can keep them dormant, and they can control their behavior, so they can use them whenever they want, and so on. And this is why I need the help of genuine, honest people to help me to get these insects out of my ears as soon as possible. And I will not accept that, they say they will give me a drug to kill these insects, blah, blah, blah. All of this bullshit. These insects must be physically removed from my ears. This is 100% a must. This is the only way when I will be rest assured that these insects not any longer in my ears and so on. Anyway, if you can help, please help. I need your help so much. And yeah, I am fed up and tired of this, of what's going on. And I don't want to be in Donostia San Sebastian or the Basque Country at all. It's a beautiful place, but after all what I experienced here, and after they kept me over a year now homeless, and all of this, no matter what's going to happen, and no matter what I'm going to discover, I am not going to live in the Basque Country at all. And any country I'm gonna go to, if they do not respect me from the beginning, give me all or facilitate all the help that I need and help me with everything, trust me and believe in me and help me to get justice, 100% I wouldn't live there. And this is a message to the French authorities and governors or government and so on. If you don't want me to live in France or come and live in France and achieve just and get justice and get my projects and so on, you say it from now and make it clear, and I will try Netherlands straight away when I leave from Donostia San Sebastian. Otherwise, please trust in me, please believe me, please support me, please give me all the help I need to get justice, the media, the court, lawyers, everything, so I can get 100% complete justice for everything that was done to me. Otherwise, moving to France will be the same like moving here. And another thing, I will never go back to Germany. I stayed in Germany 2 years, and I did my best, and I made it clear to everyone I didn't want to leave. Germany was home, and I wanted to stay there and so on. Yet they couldn't help me, they couldn't protect me, and look what happened to me and so on. And whatever it is, I'm not interested any longer to live in Germany. Yes, I will be going and visiting Zirksdorf because Zirksdorf is in my heart no matter what. But I will never live in Germany again. This is end of story. Any country or any authorities or any government that doubts me or tests me or put me through ordeal or do anything bad to me, and they don't trust me or they don't believe me or they don't support me and so on, 100% I wouldn't be interested to live in this country or on its soil and so on. I don't know what to say, but I'm a man of my word. When I say something, I mean it, and when I mean something, I say it. And people who know me very well, they will understand this. And so my abusers are so cunning bastards. They know this very well, and they use this against me to waste my chances of settling in any place I want to do or this and that. So this is a message to any country that I might go and stay in, like France or Netherlands or Denmark. If you do not, from the beginning, believe me, trust in me, support me to get justice and to expose my abusers and helping me and so on, I wouldn't be settling in the country, no matter what. Like here in the Basque country, it's been a year. Like Germany, 2 years and I left. Basque country, a year and I'm leaving. No, it doesn't matter, I'm leaving. And I'm not going to stay in the Basque country. I'm not going to live in the Basque country. This is end of story. And when I say the Basque country, I mean the Basque country, Spanish or French. And when I go to Mimizan, there is only one place in France, which is Mimizan, that I will be settling in. South of Mimizan, just next to Mimizan, this is the land that I would like to buy and start my project and so on. I am not interested to live in Brittany. I am not interested to live in any other part in France. Mimizan, and that's it. Also, I am not interested to start any business in fisheries or fleets in the ocean to hunt or to catch fish or whatever. I am a farmer, and even if I start anything to do with fishing and so on, it will be inland, it will be inshore, like lakes, making artificial lakes or fish farms inshore and so on. But ships in the ocean, fishing and so on, no, not for me, not for me. And I will not invest even a penny or a cent in any kind of fishing fleets or boats for fishing and so on. Not for me. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and if you can help, please do so, because I need your help. And hopefully some honest, genuine, noble people from San Sebastian, if there are any left here, they will help me, and they will, as I said, if you want to help me to get the insects out of my ears, please do so. And please, when you approach me, don't just ask me, what help do I need? Just tell me that you're there to help me to get the insects out of my ears, and let's go to the private clinic or whatever, or the doctor, where they will help me and they will get these insects out of my ears. Anyway, thank you very much and have a great evening. Thank you. Bye.